All right, Shalom. Giving all honor, all praise, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rechakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. And as always, peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect tabernacle of David, scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty look before a fall, right? And that's your man, Nero. All right, and he come in already starting a trade war, a global trade war, knowing full well how America's economy, is not doing too good. And you're just gonna cause more wear and tear on the living conditions and the financial security of your own country, knowing that it's going to hurt the people more than it hurts you. But I believe that there's a purpose behind it all. As we shift over to the new system, it's going to cause a lot of travail. I believe Trump even said it. He said this is gonna cause a little pain. So he knows exactly what's happening. All right. But our people still, you have some of our people that still, they believe in this system and put their trust in man, which the scriptures tell us not to. Cursed be he that trusteth in man. So right now, he got some of these tariffs on pause to try to reach some deal. And he said, they got 30 days, and, they might fold to it, but I think this is going to cause, some of our allies to further distrust this whore. And they're going to want to build their own relationships to not have to rely on Babylon. He's making Frienemies quite quickly. With a friend like America who needs enemies, right? But anyway, I'm gonna play this little news clip. Going into why Trump is delaying the tariffs against Canada for a month. So let me play it.
Let's bring in CTV's senior political correspondent, Mike LeCouture. Okay, the threat of tariffs, Mike, is still there. We heard about all of this. We heard about the news, the details of the news in a tweet from Canada's Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. Have we heard anything yet from Donald Trump since that conversation between the two men?
Yeah, we have, and it's interesting because he did speak about the plan that Justin Trudeau put before him, and he actually quoted from Justin Trudeau's post on X and really sort of talked about what he has gotten out of Canada, how happy he is, and this is just from his Truth Social post, which we know is his own social media website, and he said he is happy that they have finally agreed to secure the northern border, saying finally end the deadly scourge of drugs like fentanyl that have been pouring into our country, killing millions of Americans, as he says. Now, once again, the question of whether or not it is pouring into their country from our country, that is something that Canada continues to try and make a case against. But I think what's interesting when you look at the motivation behind Donald Trump, the president of the United States, and where he wants to go with this, I think you have to look towards the end of that post, where he said that he is pleased with this initial outcome and the tariffs will be paused for 30 days. And he says to see whether or not a final economic deal with Canada can be structured. And then he says in all caps, fairness for all. I think if we're reading into that a little bit, Sandy, this is part of what he believes needs to continue to be recalibrated. That trade imbalance that he continues to say is a big problem for the United States. We know that Canadian officials have said that there isn't a trade imbalance if you don't include oil and gas, which they obviously say that they always need. And Canada tries to pull out of the conversation. So Canada does have 30 days to continue to make this case to Donald Trump and to try and continue to say that this type of partnership that we have, this economic partnership, long-standing one, benefits both sides. We've heard from Scott Moe as well, the Premier of Saskatchewan, saying that the only person that is looking to put tariffs on right now is Donald Trump, and they have to spend the next 30 days to convince him that this is not a good option for either country.
Okay.
Sandy?
So, this man, he gets in there and he just, just stirring shit up, man. And, giving ultimatums, we're going to, slap tariffs on you. If you don't come to an agreement at this such and such time, just bullying your own homies, And what if they, what if Canada put their foot down and be like, nah, we not going to do what you want us to do? Then what? He imposed them tariffs, and they're going to strike right back. And if that happens, the goods that we import from Canada, shit's going to go up. Okay. Now there's a list, all right, of the different things that we get from Canada: eggs, beef, swine, which we ain't supposed to touch, salmon, lobster, which is we ain't supposed to touch that either. Dairy products, your cheese, your milk powder, butter, wheat, your grains, oats, barley, canola oil, apples, potatoes. So we got a, fair list of things that we get from up out of there. All right. And if they was to retaliate based off of what Trump is doing, then all these things will go up. And the food is already, like, the price of food right now is ridiculous still. Because Biden administration left that mess, and it hasn't gotten any better. So the same thing is happening with Mexico, where they're being given an ultimatum, and to see if they're going to fold and send the troops to the border. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think they may have done it, but I'm not too sure. I gotta search it up. But the same thing with Mexico. We get a lot of things from Mexico. Okay, a lot of fresh produce. So you're gonna cause more pain on already suffering Babylonians. But that's the pride. We'll make it hard for everybody. If we don't get what we want. Okay, and that's gonna further cause a shift relationship wise with America's own allies. Like, for example, you got the EU. Let me let's go here real quick. It says EU warns Trump that it will not be bullied and will retaliate over tariffs. So this is the beast, speaking back to the whore. Like, hey, we ain't gonna be bullied, man. We'll retaliate. All right, we'll be willing to catch a trade fade with you, if needs be. And this is why, it's forcing America's own allies to want to, formulate their own personal relationships with other countries. And this is one of the reasons why. Just in case some shit. You might want to, start a new relationship, so that if all else fails, you got somebody you can trade with. All right. It says the EU has warned Donald Trump it is ready to retaliate against hurtful tariffs as the U.S. president kickstarted a global trade war. European leaders, including Olaf Scholz, the German chancellor, warned that the EU had its own course of actions after the new president said the bloc had treated the US terribly and would be next in line for tariffs after Canada, China, and Mexico. It comes as Sir Keir Starmer is set to be the UK's first prime minister to attend an EU summit since Brexit, when he travels to Brussels on Monday as part of a reset in relations. The Telegraph understands Sir Keir is ready to make a series of concessions in order to build closer ties with Brussels, including joining a EU-led trade pact and a revamped visa scheme for young Europeans to live and study in the UK. Sir Keir is also understood to be aligning the UK's emission policy with the EU in a move which analysts say risk driving up prices. All right. However, opposition leaders warned the prime minister against aligning the UK too closely with the EU at the expense of his relationship with Mr. Trump. Andrew Griffith, the shadow business secretary, said Sir Keir should be diverting his plane from Brussels to Washington, D.C., to prioritize reaching a trade deal with the U.S. So, this is all causing a big disruption. It's got these people debating whether they should or they shouldn't, whether it's good for the country or not. And that just shows you what type of individual he is, man. He causes nothing but divide and, debate. He just disquiet people. Was that Sirach 19, if I'm not mistaken? Let me see if real quick. Trying to find a scripture where it says, where he disquieteth or make a debate of them that be at peace. Yeah, Sirach 28 and 9, and it says, a sinful man disquieteth friends and maketh debate among them that be at peace. And that's E all the way, man. That's why the world won't see any peace until this man gets brought down. And, under all rule in the kingdom of heaven, because we're going to have complete authority over the world. We're gonna show you in righteousness, all right, true balance. We're gonna control the trade of the earth, and everybody's gonna have, the world's gonna be blessed under our rule. Right now, it's under a curse. Okay, when the righteous are on authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, they groan. That's why it's a lot of, dissatisfactory, a lot of protest, in the world, man. Because the rulers, they're just not fit. All right. It says, as the matter of the fire is, so it burneth. And as a man's strength is, so is his wrath. This is this is the president of the U.S. who's basically being backed by the global elite. So the strength is being used through Donald Trump by way of the elite to cause all this mayhem, to cause all this travail. But it's all good because the Heavenly Father, he's the one that's ultimately stirring the pot. Because the Lord, he promised that there would be, wars and rumors of wars. There would be commotions, disorder, unrest. There would be hardship, troubles. And this is what we see rising in the earth. And it's gonna, and definitely here in Babylon, it's gonna hit. All right, that pain, the scriptures say, take balm for her pain, for we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. And Trump is only gonna make it worse. This is what they do, with each presidency, whether it's coming from the Democratic side or the Republican side. All right. It says, and according to his riches, his anger riseth, and the stronger they are which contend, the more they will be inflamed. And Trump, with his pride and being as unilateral, as he is with the policies in which he did that when he was in office before, he's gonna just make things boil over. Okay. So with the EU saying that they're ready to retaliate, and the EU is supposed to be allies, yeah, what is the prophecy on that? It talks about how eventually, the beast is going to hate the whore. So Trump definitely is he's gonna do something. It's gonna tick off. It's gonna tick the beast off. Revelation 17:16, it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, which is NATO, the EU, these shall hate the whore." And Canada is a part of NATO. All right, and look what Trump is already causing with them. They might comply. They might cave in to Trump's demand, but they're going to start to really rethink the relationship. You know what I mean? Like, how is this dude going to come in and just bully everybody? It says, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So, something definitely going to pop off. And the NATO is going to blame America. Okay? And Trump already be expressing his disapproval with NATO. So I wouldn't be surprised if, more NATO countries start to say, man, let's just, let's stop aligning ourselves with her and formulate our own personal relationships. We need, we need better trade partners. We need better prices on goods that we're bringing into the country. Can't do that with America. You know what I mean? We need to sharpen our military might, and whatever it is we need to do, we need to be self-sufficient. And France and Germany been speaking that way, since going back to the first Trump administration. They've been wanting to be self-sufficient, self-dependent. So this is what, this administration, I think, is going to cause that divide, even though one thing that they all have in common is, bringing in this new, digital global system. All right. This is 2nd Ezra 9 and 1. It says, he answered, consider all these things very carefully. When you see that some of the signs I have told you about have appeared, you will know that the time has come when God the Most High will bring judgment on the world which he created. There will be earthquakes. That's happening, every single day, rapidly, all over the earth. National rebellions. Right now you just got these protests all over the country because Trump is you see what he's causing, within the country. You got the tribes out there protesting and rallying, for the northern tribes, because they're being deported. So you got Issachar and different other northern tribes out in California and Florida and other places. I believe in California they was hacking into police cars, burning them. Like they out there, making noise. But Trump is the one that's gonna bring the hammer on our people. They can get out there and play loud music and throw their flags up, they Mexican flags or whatever, wherever country they come from. They can do all that, but pretty soon Trump is gonna address that. And he's known to get things moving. All right. When he talk, he don't just talk. Like he get it done. He'll take that damn pen and sign 100 more executive orders. So yeah, so you're gonna have national rebellions, international intrigues, unstable leaders, and confused rulers. Now Biden, all right, he was definitely unstable. He was a senile, man. And this dude on his way out of the office, he literally said America is more stronger than before. when he called straight up economic turmoil. He made a complete mess out of America's economy. So he was clearly unstable. And now Donald Trump, you seen it on the opposite spectrum. He may not be as he's not senile as Biden, but who he's getting his advice from, they giving him horrible advice because all he's doing is shooting himself in the foot. All right, because he's making it bad for the citizens, and people already starting to feel betrayed or feeling let down on some of the things that he is promising, but then he's turning around on. Well, he was saying that he was against basically blockchain currencies. Now he's a crypto guy now. You got Elon Musk on his side. They always make certain promises and then renege on it. So that's why the scriptures tell you you're not supposed to put your trust in man, which our people still to this day do. Because you trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore shall this iniquity be unto you as a breach ready to fall. You're going to collapse, on a sudden. It says, when you see these things, you will know that they are what the Most High has spoken about since the beginning of creation. Going back to prophecy. This is all prophecy being fulfilled before our very eyes, man. Just the beginning and the end of everything that happens in this world are clear. It's being made crystal clear. It's manifesting itself. Okay. And Trump is going to definitely bring Babylon down, with that pride. Okay. Scriptures talk about, how, that horn would be more stout than his fellows. And that's Trump all the way. Just his attitude, That's your boy Trump. So, and you even let me look at some of these comments. Look, this is what people are saying. Still, Canada needs to gear more and more towards self-sufficiency after all of this. I still will not be purchasing products made in USA after this move. So people, they don't even trust this place anymore. It's a wake-up call for Canadians to not put all eggs in one basket. It's, 2 days ago, nothing can delay the tariffs. Today, tariffs delayed for 1 month. Yeah, man, scriptures say a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, And that's showing you that the Lord had mingled that perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt. You know, that confused, you know, spirit, because it's one thing, you know, to try different options to see how things would plan out, but you always want to do things for the better interests of your people. You don't want to do things to hurt your own people. But Esau don't give a damn. All he cares about is his own belly, his own desire. Let me get Sirach 10. Sirach 10, and I'll start at 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are on authority, the city shall be inhabited. All right. So the welfare of the people is determined by the well-ordered government of the people and its rulers. And they're not being unilateral just for their own benefit and their own power. But, you know, that's not how Esau rules. It's Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 24. And it says, but the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and a wise king is the upholding of the people. Okay. And that's showing you that, you know, Esau, let me get that one where it talks about the prudence of Edom. Jeremiah 49 and 7, it says, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? You know, because Esau is spiraling, man, all across the board. You know, they can't even get together and have diplomatic, trade relations with each other anymore. Everybody want to do their own thing. You know, the citizens is hurting. You know, so more depression and more, protests. You know, it's a mess. But Esau, he's caused this mess in the earth, and it's only going to get worse because the Lord said that, you know, these times will be like a woman in travail. You know, going through them contractions, where the pain it gets worse and worse the closer to labor. And when Trump said that it's gonna cause some pain, yeah, everybody's gonna feel the pain. You know. Let me go to Isaiah 19. It is Isaiah 19 and 11. It says, what fools are the officials of Zoan? All right, this is dealing with America, but is using Egypt. All right, as that similitude. Okay, because we're in modern Egypt now. It says their best counsel to the king of Egypt is stupid and wrong. Will they still boast to Pharaoh of their wisdom? Will they dare brag about all their wise ancestors? You know, and they, you know, the way they got the way they commemorated Trump, he's supposed to be a god. You know, when they had him up under that I'm trying to pronounce it right. The hypothesis, right? All right, where they had all those Roman deities up there on plastered on the roof, and they had them right up under there, you know. So, you know, they lift this guy up, but look at what he's already causing. right? It says, "Where are your wise counselors, Pharaoh? Let them tell you what God plans, what the Lord of heaven's armies is going to do to Egypt. The officials of Zoan are fools, and officials of Memphis are deluded. The leaders of the people have led Egypt astray. The Lord has sent a spirit of foolishness on them, so all their suggestions are wrong. They cause Egypt to stagger like a drunk in his vomit." So that's what the Lord is causing, and that's why Babylon is going to continue to spiral out. All right, and the pain is just going to get more severe. So more people are going to lose it. You know, it's going to be more civil unrest. Eventually, sedition is going to happen under your boy Trump. And these are only the beginning. This is the beginning of sorrows, man. So we're going to sit back and see how this all goes. All right. And also, you know, paying attention to this AI transition. And it's going to cost this place dearly with what they're trying to do. So he crashing out, man. He's definitely crashing out. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna end off on that, and hopefully y'all edified him and give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.